We've got one more day left here with Shea. I think today we're actually gonna wake up and go on a little bit of a hike, go explore some of the hills outside Santiago, see if we can get a great view. One thing that I really love about Santiago is that the mountains are like dry with sagebrush and the valley is like trees that are green, but there's a big city. It reminds me a lot of Salt Lake City. I'm having a great time. That's all I got to say.
I belong to you.
So Shea, where are we going?
So there's two smaller hills here. Hills, mountains. You can use the term loosely. This one here on the right is Manquehue. That's the bigger one. And then we're going to Manquehuito. It's a little bit of a smaller, less technical hike.
A little man K. Let's go get our sweat on.
Do just what you want. You're the one I trust.
So this hike's really cool, but it's actually like kind of an open pasture for horses and cows. And Frank is having a really hard time controlling himself. Here's some cows right here. This is what Frank is bred for, is to herd these guys. Frank, no! Sorry, little buddy. Sometimes he doesn't listen, sometimes he just goes crazy, so I'm glad that he listened.
He's having the time of his life. We haven't been out hiking with Frank in a while. And the fact that he's out with us and there's big horses and cattle for him to terrorize, I don't know. He's having a great day.
Okay, it hasn't been super steep, but the incline is very consistent, and the sun, it resembles a microwave. It's very warm. So I'm starting to sweat, starting to huff and puff.
As Shea was explaining, there is not really one trail. You just go straight up. However you can get there works, and it's steep. It's just one way to the top. So I'm ready. Let's do this.
There's only one way to the top if you want to rock and roll. In my mind, there's two types of hikes. There's hikes that are a really good workout, get your blood flowing, it's a lot of good cardio, it's strenuous. And there's hikes that are just leisure and beautiful, and you can just kind of prance along. Today is option number one. It's just like straight up. It's hot, it's sweaty, blood's pumping. It's a great workout. I think we're getting close to the top.
Nice way to start the morning.
Finally made it.
It's pretty exhausting, a very difficult hike, but about 45 minutes. We crushed it pretty quickly, and now we get to go enjoy maybe some food or brunch or something.
Yeah, and this is actually the little mountain. If you look over here, that's the big mountain, and I guess you like pretty much climb it on your hands and knees for like half of the mountain. So we decided to opt out of that today. We had a short amount of time in the morning to go get a hike done, and we did it.
It makes me feel like we need to hike more.
Yeah, we definitely do. You were like super pale in the face while we were hiking.
Really?
Yeah. I think I was too. We're
I was
like
dying.
both out of shape. Honestly, we have not been as active as we need to be lately, and we are going to strive to do that more because one, we're heading to Patagonia. So there's going to be a lot of hikes in our future.
But now what I'm mostly worried about is just getting down. There's pretty much no trail. It's a lot of loose dirt and sand. We're gonna be sliding down this mountain.
Hiking up this is definitely tough because it's a very steep grade and you're just like climbing straight up the whole time. When you're going down, you're just like fighting, not slipping and putting a lot of pressure on your knees. That's a problem that I think a lot of people like myself have, is when you're going down steep inclines after the hike, your muscles are warm, but also your joints are starting to get a little bit sore, and that repetitive pressure on your knees starts to cause a lot of pain.
Halfway. Oh. Bien trabajo. Ciao, buen día.
The little boy back there was starting to struggle coming down the hill, looked like he was gonna fall, and so Allie hung back with the motherly nature that she possesses and made sure that he made it down okay. We got a little bit left to go, then we get to load into the car. Do we have a place for brunch yet?
Oh, I'm not sure. There's several places. The world is our oyster. Where do you want to go?
I don't know, we might have to check some. I mean, it's like the States. You can just bring up like Google and it'll give you all the different places with the Yelp reviews. You can find a place that's amazing.
Yep.
We're being very pampered here in Santiago.
It's a city of options.
Compliments for the chef.
Well, that brunch was absolutely delicious. It's really good to have a nice Benedict, and they gave us 3 tiramisus to go. This is my new favorite restaurant.
We've had a blast here hanging out with Shea in his house, just being able to relax and spread out a little bit, but Shea is actually flying back to the States to see his family today. So we're packing up, we're getting ready to leave Santiago, and we've got a bunch of stuff to do to kind of get collected and organized before we hit the road.
So now that we got our chores done, it is a nice, warm, sunny day here at Shea's. We're jumping in the pool. Having a pool is one of those things that is like super rare, but if we ever have a house, I would love to have a pool. I'll never have a pool because I know they're really expensive and you got to maintain it and all the other garbage, but I would absolutely love to be able to just jump in when it's super hot, cool down, lounge by the pool in the backyard.
You'd burn. You'd be permanent lobster.
Well, for one last time, we are going to load up into Shea's vehicle. We're actually heading back to downtown Santiago. We're going to be going to do some exploring down there. I've heard that there's a place that has amazing pizza from our friends Miguel and Marin, so we're going to go try it out. We have arrived. But now we actually need to say goodbye.
Ciao, guys.
Oh, thank you so much.
Safe travels.
This was
seriously.
awesome. Thank you for everything.
No problem at all. I
Such
hope
a
you guys
lifesaver.
have a fantastic rest of your journey. Best
you.
of luck.
You too.
I hope it's smooth and uneventful.
Thank you.
Thanks, us
Hola.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a
Have
good
fun with your
flight.
family.
And,
Absolutely. We'll
Yeah.
do.
tell your wife and your kids we said what's up.
Absolutely, we'll do.
Yeah.
They're excited to see what the videos come out like.
Cool.
We'll be watching.
Thanks so much.
Travel
Cheers,
safe.
guys.
Talk
Take
to
it
you soon.
easy.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Shea was awesome. It was so cool that he was able to host us for a few days. He's actually got to make a flight back to the States now, so we're gonna start exploring the city, and our first stop is a recommendation that we're really excited to go try out.
We're at a hotel called The W.
We're here with Matt at the W Hotel, and I asked him, what does the W even stand for? And he says it's for whatever, whenever.
Yeah, whatever, whenever you want it. That's what it stands for.
Because you can get whatever you want, whenever you want it, just like some clients that have stayed here before.
Exactly, yeah. A guest really liked his Lucky Charms, so they filled up his
Bathtub.
the bathtub with just the marshmallow, the Lucky Charms marshmallow. So, yeah. I mean, if you guys want it, we can get it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Sweet.
And apparently there's an amazing rooftop bar, so I think our
Yeah.
first stop is to go check that out.
Well, it's pretty cool. I guess you can get whatever you want, whenever you want, in the W Hotel. But I'm just looking for a drink. Alright guys, the time has come. The bar on the rooftop has opened, and we are riding the elevator up.
As we speak.
We'll be there in just a second.
Wait, it's a really long elevator ride.
Yeah, I think we're going to like the 700th floor.
20 something for sure. It's coming. Oh,
Oh, it's a
just
mirror.
This is nice.
Check out this view though.
One look and I breathe. One touch feels skin deep.
Now we've escaped the W. We had a few drinks. We're heading to a place called Tiramisu. They're supposed to have really good pizza. It was another recommendation from our friends Miguel and Maren.
Rocketto Diaries, check them out. We'll see you at Tiramisu.
So we were all the way up there at the rooftop. Now we're down here.
Now we're down here, and you know what my favorite part about going out for dinner with Trent is that we don't have to decide on one thing from the menu. We can both pick things that we know we both want, but then we each have to share half. So I order a dish and I share half, he orders a dish, he shares half, but then you get the two favorite things you want from that menu.
But sometimes one of you orders something that's not very good, and then you don't want to share. And sometimes you have the thing that's really good, but it's a life lesson, is you learn to share, and that's something that me and Allie have grown to do. And sometimes I eat half of her gross plate, and I give her half of my good plate, and vice versa. It's a really good skill. You should try it with your significant other if you haven't already. And if you don't have a significant other, just order 2 plates.
Would you make me a coffee or two? I don't wanna head out half asleep.
This one's mine. You can have that one.
Cannonball my dream, and it's pulling me back underneath my sheets. It's freezing out, morning blues.
You in here? You say.
So full of pizza. Oh, so good. Santiago has blown my mind. I must say, this is like the Salt Lake City of South America. It really is.
Honestly, I think it's like LA or San Diego or like somewhere in California
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's Santiago.
You're saying Salt Lake City isn't amazing?
No, it is, but it's just different. We're both pretty mind blown. I can't believe it.
It's been a fun day.
It's been an amazing day, and I'm ready to go to bed. The hike took it out of me earlier today. Grandpa didn't get his nap, so now I'm ready to hit the sack.
We had an amazing day with you guys. We hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride in Santiago. It was a great hike. It was great hanging out with Shea. We even got to jump in the pool. We did it all. We packed a lot in today.
It's true.
It was fun. We're gonna go.
It was a worthy farewell to Santiago.
Yeah. We're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already.
We'll talk to you in a couple days.
See you on the next one.
Adios.
Blues, couple coins, the air in my lungs, but I'll need to bunker down when winter comes. Met a man, he stood tall and free.